Hola, buenos dias from Ciudad de Mexico. I arrived last night about 7-8 o'clock, checked into my hotel and pretty much just tried to stay awake for another 2-3 hours so I could get rid of that jet lag. But here we are, and it's our first full day exploring. So I'm gonna level with you. I didn't really do any research of where I was staying before I did book my hotel, and it turns out I'm staying in Doctores, which is un poquito peligroso, a little bit dangerous. But the good thing is that we're very close to Centro and Romanote, which are two of the best places to be in Mexico City. Very hungry right now, it's about 9 o'clock, so I need some breakfast. So let's see if we can find somewhere. To be honest with you, I don't really have a plan today. The only thing I want to do is go to Teotihuacan, which is about an hour and a bit north of Mexico City for the pyramids. What I would like to do is sit down, have some breakfast. I don't know what we'll find as well. I kind of want to try something Mexican, but is it too early for tacos? Maybe it's never too early for tacos. My taxi driver yesterday recommended I check out Zocalo, which is the historic square in Centro. He said there's a lot of great places to eat and drink there, so I think I'm gonna head in that direction and see what we can find. As I said, it's just about to hit 9, so I'm not sure if I'm a little bit early. A lot of places are still shut. It has just hit 9 as I was recording that as well. So hopefully we find somewhere that I can sit down and have a coffee and some food. Okay, it looks like we might have found something here. It looks like some sort of makeshift market. I'm not sure if it's open though. No, unfortunately they're still setting up, so we'll have to keep walking. Right, unfortunately I think I have came out a little bit too early, but I'm starving. I've had nothing to eat since last night, about 8 o'clock when I got in. But everywhere seems to be shut, especially all of the small market stalls. Not open just yet, but I think we're finding more and more places opening up now. One thing I need to comprehend with Mexico City is just how big it is. I'm pretty sure it's about 13 million people live here, and I come from Newcastle, where there's about 500,000 within pretty large range. To have a city that is this big is a little bit foreign to me. I see a sign that says tacos, so let's check it out. Hola, buenas. Un menú del día. Menú del día. So here we go, we've got an Americano, and we've got 3 tacos. I think we've got chorizo, and we've obviously got our servings as well, with lime. I think that's guac, and I'm actually not sure what this is. We'll find out. Man, these are good. These are really good. So the red stuff's like a chili paste, I guess. Some lime juice on as well. Amazing. Tell you what though, it is a bit spicy with that sauce. That chili paste over it, but just the right level. There we go, that came to 90 pesos, which is actually pretty decent, considering I got to sit down in a cafe and basically have it all to myself. So right now, I want to head to Zocalo, which is the main square in Mexico City. So let's head over and check it out. So here we are, coming into Zocalo, and it looks like there's a festival on. I have no idea what's going on, so let's go have a look, see if we can find out. So it seems to be a free concert by Fito Perez, who is apparently an Argentinian musician. If I'm honest, I have not heard of him, but to have the entirety of Zocalo set up for a free gig, you must be pretty big around here. Man, just these buildings around the main square, it's absolutely incredible. Like, I've literally not seen anything like this before in my life in person. And then just past the stage, you've got the main cathedral. So a little bit of history for you about Zocalo. It is the center point of Tenochtitlan, the ancient Aztec city, which is what Mexico City used to be. And it used to be quite a ceremonial place. I think they had sort of sacrifices here as well back in the day. So there's a lot of rich history. And I think as we'll come to learn about the Aztecs and Mayans and Incas, although maybe not so much the Incas, I don't think they were into sacrifice, but there was a lot of bloodshed. And especially where we're going today a little bit later on, we'll see even more of that. But it's quite quiet. There's not too many people, not too much going on. I think there's a couple of walking tours happening as well, which again, I'm thinking I probably should have went on, but hindsight's always 2020. It's funny how you think of these things just after you see them. And I believe these are all government offices all the way along the eastern side. So I'm basically just walking the perimeter here, see if there's anything going on. There's the occasional stall, occasional person shouting for churros, but it's just the magnitude of it. It's absolutely insane. It's so big. I think it's taken me about 5-10 minutes just to walk the perimeter. But now I want to go to a market, and I've heard there is a really good one not too far from here, and that market is La Merced. So I think we're going to head over there. Apparently it's really busy, there's a lot going on, so it's time to get overwhelmed. There are loads of people just waiting along the street. Kind of looks like they're queuing for some tailor or clothes shop, I can't really tell. The one thing I have heard is La Merced, it's just a little bit sketchy. It's one of those places that you need to make sure you know where your belongings are. So that's all we need to do, keep our camera close, our phone locked up, our wallet firmly in our pockets, and let's enjoy. You might be able to tell, but I'm still trying to scope out Mexico City. You know, you hear a lot of stories. You hear the loudest voices are the ones that were usually wronged. Many people say that it's filled with pickpockets and people who are going to rob you on the street at any given moment, but so far, not seen anything like that. Never once felt uncomfortable. I mean, this is only the 3rd hour, but I think this will be the test. And I need to cross over, but there's no way getting across this road. It's over on the other side, that's where I need to be. And here we are. Welcome to Merced Market. It's also Saturday today, so I'm expecting it to be quite busy once we get into the intricacies of it all. I'm not really looking to buy anything, just window shopping and just really seeing what there is and how crazy it all is. It all really reminds me a lot of Thailand, the Thai markets. There really is no clear structure or anything around here. It's just whatever, wherever. Kind of went through the perimeter, I think. Now into the middle. One of the things I am a little bit worried about is Montezuma's Revenge, which if you don't know what that is, it's essentially the and you're meant to obviously get it from eating street food, and if you do drink water that isn't bottled, which I'm not going to be doing, but it is the one thing that I think I might get in the first 2 days. But you never know. I was never ill in Thailand, so we might be alright. This place is legitimately a maze. I see why people get so lost in it. I mean, I'm just kind of walking around aimlessly here, but I can see there's no clear plan. We've chaquetas for 200. Chicarrones. Hola, ¿qué es? Chicarrón. Dale. Now see. And then puts it in. I think it's like pork scratchings. That's essentially it. Gracias. From the smell, it's basically like a giant pork scratching. And I'm a bit hit or miss with pork scratchings. They're alright, I don't mind them as a pub snack once in a while, but more of a nuts guy if I'm honest. And we have even more now. Chickens, nuggets, chicken nuggets, all kinds of stuff. Freshly prepared though. I'm constantly bumping into people as well, just going lo siento. Although it is very much every man for himself here, so all of this open air meat though, there's flies on it, man. I mean, I didn't know what I expected, but wow, got a broom shop. It's kitchenware. And again, I thought it would have been a little bit busier, but it's not too bad. I think as well, because the streets are so narrow, it feels a little busier than maybe it is. But there's not too many people. There's a lot of people sort of navigating and bringing things from place to place, but as far as shoppers go, it's definitely not that busy. For a Saturday morning as well. Okay, let's head inside, see what there is. So we got loads of dried chilies, 160 a kilo. Blah. Already inside, it's just dead ends everywhere. You kind of just got to go with it and then take a left turn or a right turn here and there. There's some awesome artwork though, really, really cool. Just kind of breaks up the place a little bit. Definitely inside there is more variety. Some things I haven't seen from the outside, so maybe there is a little bit of structure. We're out of the craziness a little bit, I think, here. Oh wow, giant pinatas. And sweets as well, to go in. It's so hard to keep track of where I've been and where I haven't, especially when the stores are very similar. I think we're heading up back to the top though, the market, and it seems to be a bit more open in the middle, and now we're getting a bit busier as we go up to the top. Oh wow. We have huge, huge chilies. Huge. And this place seems to go on forever here. I can't tell if I'm near the end or in the middle. There's just so much. I want to find something a bit different. We're just seeing a lot of the same at the moment. So there's not really much to record here. Like I said, I'm not really interested in buying any food or veg or utensils, so I can't really record any of that as well. Look, we've got arcade machines as well. Things you'd see at the beach. Oh wow. Blue chilies and blue crisps. Huh. So many different colours. The thing is as well, I don't really have any change for small things, so I'd feel very rude in paying with like a 500 note here. Whoa, jeez. Man, I think that, oh my god, there's so many. I think they're all wasps. Attracted to the sweetness of the fruit. There's so many. Oh my god. It's just wasps everywhere. Look at them all. What? Jeez. Oh, bloody hell. They're literally everywhere. And we're out of La Merced. Not once did I feel threatened. I didn't get robbed. I didn't get assault. Nothing. I also didn't buy anything, but that's besides the point. But wow, I can really, really see why people say it's easy to get lost there. I had no idea where I was going. Just turning corners, turning streets, and all those wasps at the end as well. My god, at first I thought they were like mosquitoes or flies or something, and then I looked at the bodies, it was black and yellow stripes, so It was definitely some kind of wasp. I'm not scared of wasps per se, but I don't want one stinging me. And when I'm walking through a crowd of about 100 of them in a very tight corridor, I really do not want to get stung. So that's why I was probably freaking out just a little bit. But anyway, I think now we need to head to Teotihuacan in the north. So we need to get to the bus station. And just when I was losing hope, Metro Merced. Perfect. Man, getting to the metro station's a maze. Like, I have no idea how people do this. Honestly, I'm slightly giving up hope that I can find the metro. It could be here though. This looks a little bit more promising. But I'm still not 100%. Although it's chaos. I don't even know if the metro station's open. I had people telling me to go down here and go down there. And I didn't feel like I was any closer to getting there. Part of me thinks I should have looked online beforehand just to see where it was, but I didn't actually know I was going to be getting the metro from here to the bus station. And I didn't really want to be whipping out my phone looking for directions in the middle of the market like that. So I think we're going to head it back out, go towards Zocalo, see how we can get there from there. So before I go over, I just want a quick bite to eat. I'm not going to be sure there's much over at the bus station because I've got no idea what's going on. So I'm just going to literally get a very quick KFC. I know, fast food, second meal in Mexico, but there is a good reason as well. I need to check how I get to the bus station, what bus to get, just so I know, because it's already 11 o'clock, so I'm kind of running out of time a little bit. I'm not too sure how long it takes to go around the pyramids, but I know it'll probably take me just under 2 hours to get there, and then I'll have to come back, and I've got no idea what time it shuts either, so quick pit stop here, we'll figure out where we're going, and then we'll get there. And if you're wondering what I just got a large popcorn chicken meal. It was 115 pesos, so what's that? Just under £5? It's pretty good. I'm heading back to Zocalo now, and it sounds like the music has already started. 11:20. Actually saying that, I think it might just be a sound check. We'll see. Yeah, it just looks like a sound check to me. Cool up. Alright, it's definitely too hot for a hoodie now. I think it's about 23 degrees and I'm sweating. So I need to head to Doncheles and then get on the purple line. I think it's a purple line. It is on Google Maps anyway. And that'll take me up to the bus station. I've got no idea how the bus system works here in Mexico City, so I'm just gonna rock up and hope that I can pay on the door. I think you can use like the prepaid metro cards as well, but I haven't even been on the metro yet, so I don't have one of those. The problem I've got at the minute is the cash I have is like 200s and 500s, and I'm pretty sure the bus is only like 5 pesos, so I kind of need to break those nodes, but luckily I found a 7-Eleven, so I'm just going to get something in there. Okay, one thing I do need is shampoo and conditioner, my body wash, because the stuff I've got in the hotel is really crap, but I don't think they've got it here either.
Head y Shoulders, 2 y 1. Y Pantene.
Sí, sí, por favor. Sí. Vale, gracias. Yeah, gracias. Well, that was half a success. I thought the Pantene was a conditioner. Turns out it was also shampoo. So I've just bought 2 lots of shampoo when I really need conditioner. But anyway, I've got change and that's a good thing. That was just over 100 pesos, so I paid with the 200 note and got like 93 back, so I'm happy with that. Right, let's find out where this bus is. Oh, just in time here. Un momento.
Hola, ¿pagar en efectivo?
Sí, sí. Sí. No tarjeta. See? Vale, gracias. Never mind. I'm pretty sure I read online you could pay in cash, but he was just like, get yourself on. I love the Mexicans. Right, we've arrived at the North bus station. Just need to find where I can get a return ticket to Teotihuacan now. Pretty sure I saw online that it was gate 6, so I'm gonna have a look around there, see if I can find something. Apparently it's gate 8, so I'm guessing it's around here somewhere. I think this might be it.
Hola, ¿cuánto es para voltar a Teotihuacan? Ah, sí, vale. ¿Y terminó qué hora?
Ahorita ya se va.
Ah, sí, vale. Sí, uno. Gracias. Vale. Gracias. Sí. Ah, vale. Gracias.
Right, sorted. That was painless. Not gonna lie, I don't know where I'm going here. She said it's leaving in 30 seconds, so I need to find it now. Mate, I've got no idea where I'm going here. I'm just kind of looking for tourists, if I'm honest.
Ah, sí. Teotihuacan? Sí. Sí. Ah, vale, gracias. ¿Está? Sí. Ah, sí, vale.
Mate, I still don't know where I'm going.
Oh, bien. Lo siento, gracias.
Right then, sorted. Let's go. And we're here. I mean, there was no aircon on that bus. That's probably going to be the first of many. Right, we're in. It was only 100 pesos, so about £4, which is actually not that bad. I thought it was going to be about 10 quid, so what would that be, 250 pesos? So I think that's a pretty good deal. But you can see straight away, we've got the Pyramid of the Sun. So let's head over, check it out. There's a couple of guys selling these Jaguar coal things as well, which is so weird, but very interesting at the same time. Uniqueness about it, I guess. Alright, let's see where we are. We came in through Puerto Dos, which means that we're about here. Pyramid of the Sun up there, Pyramid of the Moon, the Ciudadela down the bottom as well. And it's just lined with market stalls again, just kind of selling clothes, dresses, sun hats. I mean, I have no idea what that noise was. It sounded like fireworks or something, but anyway, let's get on with it. It's nice to be out the city as well. I mean, literally from the moment I woke up and stepped outside my hotel, it was just like chaos and carnage. In Zocalo was nice, big open area, but even still, with the gig going on, seemed like there was a lot happening. It was very busy. And then the market as well, obviously total chaos, just trying to find my way around that. But now we're here. I can breathe a little bit. And let's check out one of the UNESCO World Heritage Sites and another place on the Lonely Planet Top 500. Welcome to Teotihuacan, the land where gods were created. So, quick check. You got the Pyramid of the Sun there, and then you've got the Pyramid of the Moon all the way down there, and then I believe it's the Ciudades down over there. I'm not actually sure what the Ciudades is. I think it might be a sort of museum or a little town or village that was built here, but let's start off with the Pyramid of the Sun. It's right in front of us. God, these are some steep steps. And they weren't tall people back then either. There's a lot of people getting photos, so I want to go up. I want to get as close as I can. Just littered with people selling you crap. Like one of those Jaguar calls, $1. Not really interested, man. I don't know what I'm going to do with that. What am I going to do? Take it back to the hostel and do Jaguar calls on the roof. Now the question is, can you climb to the top? Because I'm sure you can. I can't see anybody climbing up it. I don't know whether it's just because it's too hot or what, but I'm going to go have a look and see if we can, because that would be unbelievable. No. Looks like you can't. Oh, conservation reasons. Okay, fair enough. I mean, yeah, if you had people climbing it every day of the week, it's clearly going to get eroded and fall apart pretty quickly. So, yeah, makes sense. I think most places as well don't allow you to climb up them if they're pyramids or temples. Although the Angkor temples did for the most part, but there was a lot of construction work around them just to kind of upkeep them. And I think it was pretty much falling apart because of the tree roots anyway, which is a bit sad, but at least that was an experience when I was there. Oh, the cool thing is you can walk all the way around it. It goes on for miles. Like when I looked at the photos, it didn't seem that big. Like I knew it was big, but if you compare it to maybe the pyramids of Giza, which I haven't been to, but you see the size of those and they just look absolutely enormous. These didn't look that big, but then in person you realise how massive they are. And I can't remember if it's Teotihuacan, it might be a little bit further, that has the largest pyramid in the world. I'll have to double check that, so let me do that now. I know it's Cholula that is the largest, but even still, it's very impressive. And so as I mentioned, Teotihuacan means a place where gods were created back in the Aztec language. However, it's believed that it was built way before the Aztecs, about 100 to 300 BC. And then for the next few hundred years, up to 300 to 600 AD, that's when it flourished, and it was one of the biggest cities in the world at that point. And so they gave the name the Pyramid of the Sun as they believed it was built to honour the sun. The reason this was built in the first place, nobody knows. And that's part of the mystique about it, isn't it? It's part of the intrigue and the mystery. Nobody even knows who built it. I think the belief is that it was either the Toltecs or the Totonacs that built it. Possibly other people that fled other areas and came here to Teotihuacan. But that is so interesting that we've got this huge monument in the middle of a pretty ancient civilization, and nobody knows who built it or why they built it, and they still can't figure it out. This is much nicer though. Like there's nobody selling you anything. It's quite quiet as well, which is nice, just to kind of have a relaxing stroll after the carnage of this morning. So here's a bit of information about what happened when they found it. Cultural groups like the Toltecs and the Mexicas found and settled here in Teotihuacan, and then built some more buildings around it just to kind of hold the religious rites and yeah, just keep it up really, while also creating a little village or some sort of habitation around it for them. No, it does feel really weird to be walking around a place that nobody has any clue why it exists or who even built it. Kind of makes you stand there and think, can I figure it out? Absolutely not. But I think you could get up at one point because there's railings that go up there, so I wonder if they did tours that took you up to the top. A few people have maps as well. I kind of think I should have got one, but I'm a bit too far in now. Right, wicked. Well, let's check out the Pyramid of the Moon next, which is right down here in front of there. I think just walking along here, I think this is where the Mexicas and the Toltecs would have built habitations and just built around these two temples. Because they do look a lot newer. It's obviously not modern day new, but it just looks like it hasn't been there for as long, basically. I'm just sticking to the left hand side as well, because all of the vendors are just set up on the right, and I just can't be bothered with hassle. I mean, case in point, that's all I'm hearing right now. So this actually is the Avenue of the Dead, which connects the two sites together. About 2.5 kilometers long, which is half of a 5k. Got my running shoes on, but there is zero chance I'm running 5k here, let alone in this weather. So as far as I'm aware, the reason it's called the Avenue of the Dead is because this was the road obviously connecting the two sites, the sun, the moon, and the Ciudades back there. But the Aztec thought that these things lining the sides were tombs, so they called it the Avenue of the Dead. What they didn't realise is they're actually just residencies for the civilization that was here before them, which is something that we found a lot later on. So there you go. That's why it's called the Avenue of the Dead. Why it was built, nobody knows. Oh, wicked. Looks like you can get up there as well for a bit of vantage point, so I'm going to see if I can walk around. So if you notice, all of these structures point towards the centre. So it's kind of believed that this central point was something used as, I don't know, like sacrifices or some religious belief or congregation. And it's believed that those other points were kind of used as vantage points or to allow other people within the village itself, or the town itself, whatever you want to call it, I guess, to come into this central point and see what was going on in the middle. So let's keep heading up to the Pyramid of the Moon and see if there's anything interesting we could find out about it. So I was wrong before. This is the place where they believed rituals took place. Apparently it's got one entrance there, just over there in the west. So I think unfortunately this is as far as we can go. We can't actually see the Pyramid of the Moon up close, but we can see this. So the actual pyramid, which is behind this one, was built in 7 stages, and in each of those stages they had sacrifices and buried ritual offerings as well that were apparently very beautiful. And then even further behind that is, I believe, a dormant volcano. So there you go. I think just in the background now you can see it in all its glory. Although I think my head's covering it now. There you go. That's the Pyramid of the Moon. So next stop, I want to go over here and just see what's going on, because it looks like there's a lot of people. I think it might be a museum or something. We've got time. Yeah, we've got plenty of time. Let's head on over. This is pretty awesome, to be fair. There's quite a lot of people though, so I don't know if I'll be able to get a good view. There we go. We've got the Pyramid of the Moon there, where we just were, and swiveling around. And you've got the Pyramid of the Sun there. And of course the Avenue of the Dead. I feel rude just getting in the way of everybody's photos here, so I'm just going to make a swift exit and check out the other place, which is the Quetzalpopatl, I believe. So here we go, we got the Palacio Quetzalpopatl. God, I can't even say that. Palacio Quetzalpopatl. There we go. And the Patio Jaguares. You can already see the craftwork as well. They've got all of these kind of dotted stone patterns going all the way up. Same on the pillars as well, like each of these have them. So you can see like all of these pillars have carvings on them. And the Quetzals and the owls, I think. These kind of hybrid animals. So well preserved as well. Probably get even more here in the bear because it's not in the shade. There again, like, wow, it's insane. There you go. That's interesting. So I can't tell, but I think further down looks to be one of the exits or a car park. So I'm going to head back round to where we were before and see the Ciudades, which we didn't see. There's a bloke there just carrying around like a massive knife. I was like, Jesus. I think it's one of those sacrificial knives that he's trying to sell. If you buy one of these Jaguar call things, where and when are you going to use it? Because you can't just walk around the house doing that like everyone's just going to look at you like, what the hell are you doing? I literally cannot think of a decent time you would actually use that. Actually, just on this walk, I think I've spotted something else here. Oh wow, so there's a puma mural here. It's the largest found in this city. Interesting. Let's see what it looks like. There's wicked. Yeah, you can still see it. It's really detailed as well. Yeah, it looks a bit like a jaguar, but it's not, because it doesn't have the spots. So that's how you know it's a puma. I'm just getting in the way of people here. When I was coming out of that palace or temple, I was stood right on the barrier looking into the square, and I literally take the smallest step to turn around and go out and stand on someone's foot. They're literally standing right on top of me. Like, what are you doing? I know it's thin, I know it's narrow, but personal space, come on. And then don't have the audacity to turn around and look at me like I've done something wrong. You stood on top of us. Anyway, enough moaning, let's keep going. Wow, I literally thought this was the end, but there's more. There's so much more. My word. This goes on for miles. Here's a bit windy stand on top of here, but you can see like it goes all the way over here, and I think they built these bridges because there seems to be like water maybe running underneath them. Pretty sure I read that anyway. Wow, I thought this was like the end. I didn't realise that it dips down. There goes, this says it was more than just the pyramids, it was an entire city. And behind it you have the Cerro Gordo, which was what I was looking for before, which is a dormant volcano, I think, or it might be an extinct volcano. We're up to 300,000 years ago. Wow. So that's how they got all the materials for it. It was from the leftovers of what came because of the volcanic eruption. Anyway, I'm gonna head back around here because it said there's like botanical gardens, I think, and there's also toilets, and I really need the toilet right now. So here we found the museum, the Sitio Teotihuacan. So I think it just means the museum of the site. And I'm also now, as you can probably tell from the many cactuses behind us, I'm in the botanical garden. I mean, if you've got space and if you've got the weather and the climate, it's always a good idea just to build a nice garden, isn't it? Nice to be in the shade as well, I'll tell you that. It is boiling today. I mean, I'm no expert on plants, but there is just a lot of different types of cacti, really. It's not the most thrilling thing in the world. It's not the most colourful thing in the world. Didn't really expect anything. So expectations been met, I reckon. Well, here we go. First bit of colour with these bushes. That isn't green. There's something around here as well, but I'm not really sure what it is. I think it might be a shop or something. It's just a gift shop, yeah. Got magnets, lighters, books. It's literally just my first day, so I'm not really that bothered about buying anything at the moment in terms of like souvenirs or anything to take back home. So I'm guessing this is the museum here. Cultural museum. Alright, okay, this is pretty good. I did not expect this. So yeah, they've got like all kinds of sculptures and stones and everything from all over Mexico, really. Got all of these sculptures as well, which are like social classes as priests and rulers. Got all these as well, which were incense braziers. It's so cool, so detailed. And the way it's being kept as well. Wow. And then here, you've got a sculpture of the entire city of Teotihuacan. So I'm pretty sure there's the Pyramid of the Sun there. And then right in the distance, you've got the Pyramid of the Moon. Now I think I've just entered the death realm here. And as you can see, it's just bones and skeletons. It's associated burials with this temple. Even more here, like all crammed in together. It looks like they've got something around their necks as well. Like some sort of like ceremonial thing. So here's examples of the necklaces. I think they're used with materials that represent the different temples. It's like some here are just made with teeth. And others made, I think over here with shells. Like here as well, you've got sculptures that would have been on top of roofs or temples. Again, just like really well preserved. Tell you what, that was wicked. I did not expect that. Such a nice museum as well. Right then, I think that'll wrap it up for the first day in Mexico. It's been a lively one. It's been jam-packed, but we've seen a lot of great things already and 2 places ticked off the bucket list. So if you have enjoyed this video, make sure you leave a like and subscribe, as there is plenty more coming for Latin America. And I'll catch you guys in the next one.